This is a pretty neat question for two reasons, really. The first one is we could pretty quickly eliminate two of the answer options based on the fact that it says exceeds. Exceeds means goes beyond 350. It doesn't mean could include 350. So if it's not including 350, we're not going to have the or equal to symbol. So we could eliminate options B and D. But to know whether it's A or C, let's go ahead and look at what this question is actually asking. And there are some key components to understand here that relate to slope-intercept form. So notice it says the speed of sound is about 332 meters per second at 0 degrees Celsius. Now, they then go on to talk about a scenario that helps us understand which of the two is the independent variable, so X, and which is the dependent variable, Y. And they might come up with different letters for it, but basically talking about the independent axis or dependent axis. So when they talk about the speed increasing by 0.6 meters per second, the increase or decrease for that matter, whichever it would have been, that's the concept of slope, because it then says for every increase in temperature by 1 degree Celsius. So the whole concept of slope is what's the increase or decrease on the Y for every 1 unit increase, always increase, on the X. So they're telling you temperatures on the X and speed is on the Y. So we could look at this as an ordered pair. Initially, when they said 332 for when 0 degrees Celsius occurs, that ordered pair would be 0 for the temperature, comma, 332 for the speed, in case you were unsure whether the X or the Y would have been the 0 and vice versa for the 332. Now we have an ordered pair there. More specifically, that ordered pair is the y-intercept, because the y-intercept occurs when x is 0. So in y equals mx plus b, we now have the y-intercept is 332. They gave us the slope is 0.6. They indicated it's positive by the word increase. If it had said decrease, it would have been negative. And then it says which inequality best represents the temperatures T. So instead of saying X, they're calling it T. That's fine. We'll change this to T. And they're saying for which the speed, which we called Y, they didn't specify some other variable, but they're saying the speed would exceed 350. Well, exceed 350 means greater than 350, which to see that as a greater than symbol, you kind of have to be reading it from right to left, going in the direction of the 350. So greater than 350. In other words, 350 is less than the rest of this. And then to solve that, you could use inequality, or you could just go ahead and subtract 332 from both sides. And when we do so, we get 18 is less than 0.6t. We'll divide by the 0.6, and notice we get 30, which shouldn't come to a surprise because all these do say 30. But we have 30 is less than t. In other words, t is greater than 30. So the correct answer is C.